without any doubt, the greatest bodybuilding show on earth.
I don't want to miss this.
Best show in the world.
Well, I'm very excited.
Best Arnold weekend ever.
To your winner, Derek Lunsford.
Let's go.
Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we're gonna have to talk about Martin Fitzwater, and like I said in my previous video, I'll have to take it as easy as I possibly can, and I ask of you guys to do the same thing if you can. I noticed that in my previous video nobody really took me seriously when I said that, because I'm guessing you guys are fed up with Martin and nobody's gonna take it easy on him at this point. But I have some serious reasons to think that he might actually do something really stupid. That being said, I gotta cover what has happened with Martin Fitzwater the past 2 days, because I do have a media bodybuilding news channel. I am running a business over here, so I have to cover it. But again, I'll try and I'll be as mild as I possibly can be, because this stuff we got today, guys, it's bad. It's really a bad look for Martin, and I'm pretty sure he completely ruined his career beyond repair, potentially. Beyond repair. And honestly, career should be the least of his concerns at this point. I'm pretty sure he ruined more than that. And you'll see why I mean that. So I assembled a couple of stories, a couple of messages from Martin, and a lot of other things that happened with Martin these past 48 hours. So let's start with the first thing. Maybe you guys caught this already, but basically his disrespect to Nick Walker wasn't only on stage. It's not only that Martin refused to shake Nick's hand and completely ignored him. It's not only that he cheered for Nick losing the show. Martin actually basically bullied Nick, if you can put it that way, backstage, and disrespected him. Because check this out. Somebody said in the comments, "Nick, is it true that he shoved you and swore at you backstage?" And Nick replies, "Very." So yeah, this looks terrible. Nick is talking about Martin right now. And the thing is, guys, I've been following Nick for a long time at this point. I was watching him on so many podcasts, and I always felt like Nick was also a bit immature. He was also kind of a little bit, childish, not in a negative way, but he was also kind of like a little boy in a way. But at this point, the way Nick is behaving, even after losing this show that he was supposed to win, by the opinion of many, and this show was very subjective. Some guys actually had Nick, some guys had Andrew. It's not clear why Andrew won. These guys were apples and oranges. The judges simply went with more of an aesthetic physique and not with a lot of muscle, with better conditioning. So Nick could have just won this show very easily, and he handled the situation like a champion. He matured a lot. Nick, he is behaving like a proper gentleman. So after the show was over, Nick made a statement on his IG, and he said, "Didn't get the outcome I wanted, but I got so much more than that. Finally put a look on a stage that I can honestly say I'm extremely proud of and happy with. And that for me is a win in itself. Thank you to everyone who has shown me nothing but love and support throughout this entire week and this prep. Extremely happy for Andrew Jacked. Probably one of the best guys within this industry, and I'm extremely proud of him to see how far he's even come." What a gentleman, man. Nick, this guy is doing it right, especially at this point in his career. He matured, he is a nice guy, a nice person, and Martin can learn a lot from him. And even in that moment when Martin ignored him and skipped him, didn't shake his hand, didn't hug him, Nick reacted also in a really proper way. Nick became a really proper gentleman. and I respect him for that. And so don't be asking me why am I cheering for Nick so much, why do I want to see him win, even though I do not know this guy personally. I like him as a personality, man. I like this guy, I want to see him do well, and Martin is his enemy at this point. He chose to hate on probably the nicest guy in the sport, honestly. So I don't know why is this, to be honest, but apparently, as you can see right here, Martin shoved him backstage and swore at him. What the hell? So after all this has happened, people are really not happy with Martin, and he does have quite a few sponsors, and companies should be really careful if they want to support him and still sponsor him. And if you guys follow my channel, you know really well that after that incident with Giles Thomas happened, I did not take that easily. No. I saw right through Martin. I realized what kind of character he is. I realized what his character is like. And even at that moment, I said something about Raw sponsoring him, that it was a bad idea, bad move, because they have a pretty clean image. And Martin is currently ruining. And the people will not support a brand that is supporting a bully, an immature, and a person with no manners who is trying to represent the sport, who is really creating a really bad image of the entire sport. So people are not happy with Raw that they're sponsoring Martin. And in the meantime, Elevate did the right thing, I gotta say, and they fired Martin. They fired Martin. He posted his story and he said, I have zero affiliation with this company now. Use code Alexis to support her. So Martin is advertising his girlfriend's code here, like anybody is going to listen to what he says and support him at this point. Maybe some people will, but most people will not. If anything, this is going to ruin his girlfriend's code. So yeah, this is a tricky situation for Martin for sure. Now, after this happened, Beyond the Stage TV Instagram page shared this, and they said Martin dropped with 3 exclamation points, because I know Suki is not very happy with Martin. He doesn't like him either. Nobody from the bodybuilding media community likes this guy naturally, right? And you can see also the comment there from Nick Walker, and he says it's about time he stops getting away with this. So Nick is not being silent. He didn't say much. Everybody else said a lot about Martin. Nick didn't say a lot, but at this point, Nick had enough of this guy. And he had to speak his mind as well, and I have nothing against that. But in the comment section, everybody is, of course, supporting Elevate's decision, but Lee Priest is kind of disagreeing. And what he says is, yes, the way Martin acted was bad, sportsmanship, but instead of everyone jumping on the bandwagon, coming down on him, we'll look to give him guidance and the help he needs to go through whatever he's going through. I don't know. I mean, I get what Lee is trying to say. He's trying to be a nice person, but then again, should this kind of behavior go unpunished? I don't know about that. It's definitely a tricky situation. Now, Beyond the Stage TV or Suki asked Lee, oh, good question, just a question, nothing else. And he says, have you reached out to Martin to support? Or do you feel that it should come from his sponsors or people within his team? And Lee replies, I would reach out, but I'm sure he has better professional people than me. I'm not sure what he's trying to say here. I would reach out, but I'm sure it has, maybe he means he has better professional people than me. I don't know what he means. But I think people on his team should be reaching out to him also. So professional people, is he talking about, I don't know, shrinks or preachers? I'm not sure. But basically what he says that he didn't reach out, even though he's advising us or people on the Beyond the Stage TV channel to support him. He didn't do that, and he thinks it's his team that should be doing that. And I'm pretty sure people around him or on his team are doing that already. Why wouldn't they? So no point in what Lee is saying here completely. I'm pretty sure he just wanted to say something. He didn't really express himself. What he was trying to say, I'm guessing, is that we should just take it easy on Martin. But then again, I advise that as well. However, again, acting like this, doing this kind of stuff people should keep you accountable. You shouldn't be allowed to do whatever you want, whenever you feel like it, and get away with it just like that. There should be some accountability. The way we approach this should be, I would say, a little bit more mild at this point, but then again, maybe not. It's up to you guys. Now, in the meantime, while all this is happening, Martin keeps spamming Joker reels and memes on his story, and it looks like he is losing it. Is he trying to say that he is the Joker, that he is somebody who was not taken seriously, but is about to do something crazy, something insane, something stupid? Is he gonna become a villain? Like in some, I don't know, dark way? I'm not sure what he's trying to say here. Why is he posting this constantly? But again, it seems like he's losing his wits. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you guys is something that I don't think a lot of you have seen, even though it has a lot of views. But That's the Bodybuilding published this, and Xavier apparently had a relationship with Martin. They talked on WhatsApp. And at one point, That's the Bodybuilding covered something about Martin behaving or misbehaving on stage. And this is the message, the voice message that Martin sent to him. Check it out.
Of course you'd record something and report something like that. You're just like the rest of the bodybuilding trash. Make sure you block me and keep my name out of your mouth, Xavier.
Now, you probably noticed there is one message that Martin deleted. Xavier saw it, didn't screenshot it, didn't want to share it with us, but from what I'm hearing, he was threatening him. He said something like, if you say it one more time, I'm gonna this and that. But again, there is no proof of any threats. Xavier did not post that. He only posted the part where he's cursing at him and saying all these nasty things. And that happened to so many people. There are so many other screenshots, voice messages. Again, Martin ruined not just his career, but his reputation. Beyond repair, guys. Beyond repair. I mean, beyond repair is probably too harsh. People can always come back. He needs to probably do a little bit of a rehab of a sort. Maybe check into a mental hospital, something like that. Disappear for like 3 months and then come back and act like a new person, apologize to everyone, unblock everyone, beg for forgiveness, and then maybe people will forgive him. Maybe. We'll see. What is also crazy is that at this point, Mike Sommerfeld and Derek Lunsford look like good guys, right? And wouldn't this be a perfect opportunity for them to do some solid PR? They absolutely should use this opportunity to do that. And Mike is already doing something positive. I mean, this situation is not to be joked about, but basically one of his best friends, as he says, is sick. Let's just put it that way. And he's asking people to donate to help him get the treatment he requires. And he's looking at a camera with his eyes almost teared up. He looks like he has a lot of empathy. And I caught myself watching this reel, looking at Mike and thinking, this Mike is not that bad of a guy. Do I really believe that? Or is it just Martin that made me feel like that? I don't know. But seriously, guys, if you go to Mike's account, you'll see the donation link, and if you wanna help his friend out, you can donate some money. Now, the next thing we got is Derek Lunsford, also kinda starting to look like a good guy at this point. But what happened here is Andrew Jacked complained about the way Derek Lunsford and Samson Dauda have been treating him at the Arnold Classic. So listen to this.
I don't know what I have with this guy, man. Like, he barely said hi to me.
You're the enemy now. Yeah.
Samson saw me backstage, he didn't even say hi to me.
These guys are scared. That's why.
I don't know what I did to these guys, man. Like,
you won tonight. That's what you did.
They're winning. Like Ronnie. I never complain. Okay, now it's just my time came and
Because you're this tall and you're this wide. That's scary.
Yeah, but I'll see them at the Olympia though. So yeah.
No, that's what I'm talking about. I think they don't want to get you too comfortable with them.
But like there's no competition in this.
All right. So basically what Andrew is saying is that Derek and Samson completely ignored Andrew. What he's saying is basically that they're not happy with Andrew winning this show. That they're mad, that they're jealous, that they don't want to show him any love, any support. But we got Derek actually commenting on this. And I don't know if I should believe it, but honestly, I feel like I do for some reason. Because it's a lengthy message, Derek went into details. I don't think he would explain himself this much if this wasn't true. And, from what I know about Derek, I believe this. So what Derek says is, this is not true. I do my best to talk with everyone. We are colleagues as much as we are competitors. In fact, I went backstage to congratulate him, like I do every show, and he barely acknowledges me and walks away. Funny how the narrative is always backwards. Martin, here's the part about Martin. Martin said the same thing about me in Pittsburgh and Olympia. The truth is that I was trying to uplift him while I was being cursed at. So apparently Martin cursed at Derek as well. And now after seeing what happened to Nick, I absolutely have to believe this. I believe Derek. As his coach and William Bonek, who were there. So Derek even has witnesses, and he names them here publicly. Then also he says, back to this past weekend, and Andrew, my friend and videographer, were filming this past weekend at the Arnold. Several times I went up to Andrew and he didn't seem to want to talk to me. So I respectfully walked away the first time. When I said congratulations for winning, he walked away. Not to mention that I invited Andrew to my gym as well as Kamal, but he refused to come. We have the best from all around the world coming to my gym, but he chooses to avoid me. Do you guys buy it? Because I do. He names witnesses, and if he claims he invited somebody, I'm sure he has messages to show it to the public. So is Andrew the bad guy here? I don't think so. I don't think Andrew is a bad guy. I don't think so. I don't think Andrew is a bad guy. Maybe he just doesn't like Derek because, I don't need to go into details about that. We all know why he wouldn't like Derek. But ignoring him, ignoring the messages, refusing the invite, and not shaking his hand, walking away from him, it's probably a little bit too much. It's uncalled for. Even though Derek is a bit cocky and arrogant and all that, he never really insulted anybody directly. So if he's offering you a hand, you should shake it. But I'm thinking maybe Andrew didn't see Derek because, he's out of his sight probably. Andrew has high ground, so he can probably see everything a little bit better, but maybe he just missed him. I don't know. He's focused. He's competing. Maybe he didn't notice Derek. He's the Mr. Olympia, but he's a tiny guy, so I don't know. Maybe there's that, but it's also a possibility that Andrew decided to ignore Derek, but why would he then say in a video something like that he ignored him? I don't know. But this video is supposed to be about Martin, so back to that first comment that Derek made about Martin. After the Olympia, Martin complained about Derek's behavior, but in fact, he was cursed at. Martin cursed at Derek. And absolutely, I have to believe it is, because he just did that to Nick as well, and he has eyeball witnesses like William Bonek and Stefan Kinsel to confirm this. And after all that happened with Martin, you gotta believe this. You absolutely have to believe this. And honestly, at this point, Derek looks like a good guy. So what a good way to do some proper PR. He bought me. Even though I can see through it, he bought me. And so did Mike. Even though I don't think Mike is faking it, he still bought me as well. So yes, those two guys used the opportunity to the max. Not saying that they did it intentionally, but that is what happened here. Whether that was their intention or not. So yeah, right now Martin is at that level that basically nobody comes close to being more hated in bodybuilding industry, probably in the history of bodybuilding. I mean, I don't know what was it like back in the 90s, 80s, 70s. There was no social media back then. We didn't know a lot about these guys, but I think we would hear some things. I mean, Sean Ray was kind of hated quite a bit, but not like this. Not like this. What Martin did in these 2 days, actually these past couple of years. You remember a couple of years ago when Trigili was doing a lot of coverage about Martin? You guys probably remember all the things that Martin did back at that time. But after that, Martin seemed like he changed. At least his PR was better. He was behaving. He was trying really hard. And we all thought he changed, he matured. But yeah, I guess people never change. They do not. Now, the last thing we got here for today, guys, for this video, is going back to my first comment, the reason why we should try and take it as easy as possibly. Because what Martin posted, his last post, that sounded wrong, actually, when I said his last post. Hopefully this is not his last post, but his most recent post was a photo of him in black and white, guys. Notice that. In black and white. With a caption, just one word. Goodbye. And a wave emoji. What the hell does this mean? Is he going to do something stupid? When I saw this, my heart started pounding. I had to share this on my community feed on YouTube and on Instagram. And I asked of you to take it easy on Martin because I thought this is it. I thought this is actually it. I was worried about this yesterday, but at this moment I was like, he's actually going to do it. Because this has happened in the past with the celebrities. When the people on social media turn against them, they do certain stupid things. So hopefully this is not the case, but what did happen is after this post, he deleted his Instagram. He was off the grid, but he came back. He came back like 3 or 4 hours later, and he's back online. So what this meant probably was just a goodbye from social media. Even though he said that right after the show, he was still online doing all this stupid stuff. And at this point, he decided to basically threaten us with something really dark. He made us all believe, probably not all, some of you guys didn't buy it from what I'm reading in the comments, but he got me. He got me probably because I'm doing the content, I'm talking about him. I would probably feel guilty, really guilty, if he did something. All of you would probably as well, a little, but nowhere near as much as me. So I was worried. I'm still a little bit worried, but after I saw that he deleted the Instagram after that post, I'm not sure if goodbye meant goodbye from social media or it was just an attempt to scare us. Whichever it was, he came back. He's back online. His IG is on again. He has no comments on this post because he just posted it, and a couple of minutes later, he deactivated his account. So, yeah, it seems like he's back online, but he's clearly not stable right now. Who the hell knows what he's going through? What Lee Priest said does make a lot of sense. I mean, what he was trying to say. So we should probably be careful because this guy's probably right now drinking and doing who knows which drugs, and he's probably crying his eyes out the whole day. He's probably, I don't know, punching the walls, destroying his house. Who the hell knows what's going to happen with him in these couple of days? Maybe this is all just a cry for attention. Again, in my opinion, he's just a sad little boy that wasn't loved by his mother, and that's what he's asking for and wanting even in his adult life, and he's expressing it in this way. So it's really sad what is happening, and again, guys, I'm really hoping that he doesn't do anything stupid. It is very possible that he might. Again, it's probably more likely that he's just doing this for attention and doing it this way. I don't know. This last thing that I'm showing you guys right here is next level. Next level. This is... I have no words, guys. I have no words. Just when I think that he can't fall any deeper, any lower, he surprises me. And at this very moment, I just went and checked his IG, and there is another story. And in this one, he says this: "You all got what you wanted, so you can cheer and celebrate even more about my downfall. I am no longer affiliated with any company." And just like that, Raw Nutrition decided to finally dump Martin Fitzwater. I gotta say, a good move. A good move. They are not gonna stay with him just because they're worried he might hurt himself or do something. They're not gonna stay with him because they're worried about his, well-being. They are running a business and he's ruining their business at this point, so they had to drop him. And all the other sponsors that he had are done with Martin. He has no more ways to make money. So what is he gonna do at this point? I have no idea. Find a day job or try to start coaching. Who's gonna hire him at this point? Again, what he needs is to really apologize to everybody, beg on his knees for forgiveness and hope and pray that he's forgiven, because Yep. What we witnessed in these past 48 hours is a downfall of a bodybuilder that could have become the Mr. Olympia, could have done a lot of great things, but he took this show away basically from Andrew Jack, who is the champion here, and from Nick Walker as well, who brought his best look ever and who is also the champion in my opinion. He took this away from them and got all of the attention to him after the Arnold Classic because he placed 4th instead of 5th, where he should have placed. It is what it is, guys. I don't know what else to say. This is just, I don't know. This just went really dark as well and really bad. And again, I honestly hope that he's not gonna do anything stupid and that he's gonna recover from this somehow and that he's going to realize what his mistakes are, grow as a person, mature. But like I said, I don't think people change, so it is what it is, guys. You tell me down below in the comment section whatever your thoughts are. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you soon, guys. All the best, and bye-bye.